We are now officially less than 3 hours away, 2 hours and 58 minutes if you're counting at home, from the radical Democratic-induced government shutdown, officially known on this show as the Schumer shutdown. Now, this is a historic moment in American politics because radical leftists and their protest tactics have now completely taken over and radicalized the Democratic Party. You may have heard enraged liberals chanting this in the streets over the years: if we don't get it, shut it down. We'll remind you. Take a look.
If we don't get it,
shut it down.
If we don't get it,
shut it down.
If we don't get it,
shut it down.
If we don't get it, shut it down.
We don't get it.
Shut it down.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
I said if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
Gave me a headache. That used to be something that just college students and random protesters on the street shouted. Now it is the official position of Democrats in Congress. They don't get PBS and NPR funding again. Guess what? Shut it down. If they don't get free health care, what they want for every American, able-bodied or not, shut it down. If they don't get funding for DEI, climate programs all over the world, shut it down. If they don't get an extension of Joe Biden's health care subsidies, the ones that were supposed to be temporary during COVID, that is costing a fortune, shut it down. If they don't get to rob your children of their future by taking $1.5 trillion, they're going to shut it down. What a difference from their past positions on shutdowns. They used to be very, very wary of them. They didn't like them. They said they were a disaster and dangerous and horrible. Here's a reminder in case you've forgotten. Take a look.
It is not normal to shut down the government when we don't get what we want.
If the government shuts down, it will be average Americans who suffer most. A government shutdown means seniors who rely on Social Security could be thrown into chaos.
families will be hurt. Farmers will be hurt.
It's the service members who will work without a paycheck. It's the firefighters who will be furloughed.
This shutdown, you know who's going to feel the pain? You know who it hurts? You. Everyday people and the most vulnerable. Seniors, veterans, working families, hungry kids, y'all.
2 hours, 55 minutes, 40 seconds, and they'll shut it down. And by the way, House Speaker Mike Johnson has actually wheeled a TV in front of his office. He's playing that video on a loop just in case Democrats need a reminder of their past positions. But why the sudden conversion? Now, Chucky Schumer has stood firmly against government shutdowns for his entire career. What changed? One simple answer. Schumer is scared to death. He is afraid of getting a primary challenge from AOC for a Senate seat. He has completely caved. He has now surrendered to the most radical leftists in his party because he has to if he wants to keep his job. Now, this is a case study of how power-hungry politicians with nothing but blind ambition basically will sell their souls for power. And it's not just Chucky Schumer. The Democrats have a full slate of radical leftists gearing up to run in the midterms next year. If you're an elected Democrat, the older you are, the more likely you are to receive a primary challenge from the hard left. Now, we've seen this movie before. There's a Democrat senator in Massachusetts. His name's Ed Markey. He's 79 years old, getting up there. A few years ago, he found himself facing a primary challenge from a member of the Kennedy family. Pretty tough to overcome in Massachusetts. What did he do? He became AOC's BFF, and he literally co-sponsored the Green New Deal. He won. The far left was his salvation. And now Schumer wants it to be as well. The whole party does, and they're all bowing before the altar of the radical squad and Jasmine Crockett and AOC, Pocahontas, Grandpa Bernie, you name it. Apparently just, look at the communists that they are running in the former great city of New York. Alarm bells should be going off, but Democrats, nope, one by one, like dominoes, they're falling in line, completely being taken over by the radical Marxist base. Schumer, Jeffries, leaders in name only. It's, you can count down till their endorsement of Mamdani Commie Mamdani, Marxist Mamdani. Now, all the power lies with the radical left, as I've said, and the far left. And by the way, also, some Democrats are starting to see the writing is on the wall here. 3 of them, including John Fetterman, who's really been the only reasonable Democrat. He just voted with Republicans to keep the government open tonight. They're not buying Schumer's lies, like when he tried to claim with a straight face, Democrats won't be blamed for this. Even the New York Times says, well, take a look.
Now, I know the leader is going to show a poll that says that Democrats will be blamed for the shutdown. There are many more polls that show Republicans are blamed. The question in that poll is biased. Biased. In the New York Times, but it's biased. If you turn the... That's true. I don't always believe the New York Times. You can be sure of that.
Oh, the New York Times is biased in favor of conservatives. I've heard and seen it all. That may be the greatest moment on the Senate floor in history. You know, I've got to be honest, the government shutdown, I've said many times, doesn't worry me. Happened plenty of times before. In all likelihood, the Democrats, they're going to capitulate, they're going to cave, and any furloughed, unpaid workers, they will get back pay. That is what usually happens. This time, though, maybe President Trump's Office of Management and Budget may use the shutdown to run a sort of Doge 2.0 and drain the swamp a little bit more. That certainly wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, as government is too big, too bloated, too out of control, too bureaucratic. And as President Trump pointed out earlier today, he said this. Take a look.
Well, the Democrats want to shut it down, so when you shut it down, you have to do layoffs. So we'd be laying off a lot of people that are going to be very affected, and the Democrats, they're going to be Democrats. As you know, this country, no country can afford to pay for illegal immigration, health care for everybody that comes into the country, and that's what they're insisting. And obviously, I have an obligation to not accept that. That would affect everybody. And so we're doing well as a country, so the last thing we want to do is shut it down. But a lot of good can come down from shutdowns. We can get rid of a lot of things that we didn't want.
Might be Doge 2.0, but don't lose sight of what's really happening here. This government is shutting down because of Chucky Schumer. He's going against everything he's ever stood for, everything he's ever said, everything that he said he ever believed in his entire career, and it's all about him. It's all about power. It's all about control. It's all about understanding that his party is no longer a Democratic party, but a radical Marxist party. And the only reason he's doing this, because if he doesn't, he can kiss his career goodbye. This is his swan song. See you later. Those protesters we showed you screaming that they want to shut it down have finally figured out what it is in our federal government, if that makes sense. Anyway, government and closing the government tonight because they are the ones, the Democratic Party, they're running the show. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.